Its nuclear program could lead to an attack like last year. Iran has fired off a missile test, and its supreme leader just warned of slapping the U.S. down, adding the president cannot depose the Islamic Republic. Also in Geneva today, more U.S. brokered talks between Russia and Ukraine as their war rages. Ukraine's just bombed Russia's oil refinery across the border, countering what Fox's Jonathan Savage reports.
Ukraine's Air Force says Russia launched 425 drones and missiles overnight. The vast majority are said to have been shot down, but 13 targets were hit. The barrage forced neighbouring Poland to stop flights at 2 airports near the Ukrainian border.
Those flights have since resumed. A police officer's dead in Indiana, shot in Beech Grove in the Indianapolis area in an attack that left another officer wounded. The suspected gunman captured late last night. In Pawtucket, Rhode Island, a gunman opened fire at a high school hockey game, killing 2 people, critically wounding 3 others. Then he shot and killed himself. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
A Hoosier police officer is killed in the line of duty. You have a clear radar over downtown Indianapolis where it's 37 degrees. We're going up to 57 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Window Nation. Here's what's trending at 6:02.
It is with a heavy heart that I inform you that today we lost one of our very own, Officer Brian Elliott. Officer Elliott has been with our department for approximately 2 years. He has left a lasting impression and legacy.
That's Beech Grove Police Chief Michael Maurice talking to reporters Monday outside Eskenazi Hospital, hours after officers say a man ambushed Officer Brian Elliott and a fellow officer during a domestic violence call. Elliott died at the hospital. The second officer is expected to survive. FOP President Rick Snyder said law enforcement has spent far too much time waiting outside hospitals in situations like this.
Talking about officers who have been critically injured and officers that have lost their lives in sacrifice to the communities that they serve. You heard the background of Officer Elliott, the remarkable work that he's already done. Far too often, that's what we're saying, right? These are one of our shining stars.
And police say Kenneth Johnson killed Officer Elliott. He was arrested late last night after an hours-long search and was found hiding in a laundry room not far from the apartment where the shooting happened. Political leaders at the Indiana State House are considering a proposal that would shorten the window for early voting. The measure originally focused on local leaders scanning early ballots, but senators have now added an amendment that would cut the early voting period from 28 days to 16 days. If you're driving on Indianapolis's east side, you should expect overnight shutdowns this week as INDOT installs new overhead signs along I-70. That work runs from tonight through Saturday. In college basketball, Purdue faces a tough matchup tonight. The 7th-ranked Boilermakers host top-ranked Michigan at Mackey Arena. Head coach Matt Painter says Michigan is playing at a high level this season.
So it's not like they just, have their starting 5 and that's it. They'll finish games with different guys that come off the bench. And that's what great teams have, right? They have more than 5 starters.
Michigan is 24-1 this season. Tonight's game starts at 6:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together next on a Tuesday morning. It's 6:04.
This is Denny Smith, and if you're on a well, peace of mind starts with knowing what's happening underground. Right now, C&J's offering their lowest price of the year, 20% off a 6-point well inspection, a professional check that helps catch small issues before they turn into expensive problems. From water pressure to system performance, C&J's technicians make sure your well is working the way it should, so your family gets safe, reliable water. Official partner of the Indiana Pacers and Fever, great systems, great people, 317-852-WELL, cj4water.com.
Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's. 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 Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's.
Okay, on the interstates here so far as we check what's happening going to the airport. No trouble here. Say you're starting on the east side, westbound 70, looking like 4 minutes from 465 into the north split. Then a 9-minute trip on westbound 70 from the south split out to the airport collector with Ronald Reagan Parkway at Ameriplex. You have the construction zone on the south side. Right now it's moving at the speed as much as you can in a construction zone. So northbound 65 looking good from 465 up to the south split. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at B Window, receive up to 40% off all products, plus get an entry door for $187. Call or visit bwindow.com today, because of B Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Hey, Tony, good morning. It is a mostly cloudy day today. The temperature's not too bad. We'll top out with a high of 58 later on this afternoon. Cloudy skies, not as cold overnight. There could be a few light sprinkles from time to time. A low down to 52. We're pushing records tomorrow. Mostly cloudy, breezy, very warm. A few scattered showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder before lunchtime tomorrow. A high of 69. Thursday, mostly cloudy, very mild, but scattered thunderstorms into the afternoon hours. Some of those could be on the stronger side. Thursday's high 67. Friday, mostly cloudy, cooler, a high of 52.
That is Marcus Bailey right there of Wish TV. Marcus, as always, you are appreciated. Thank you. Go back to work. 38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:07. WIBC.com, we have been following the story of a shooting of a police officer in Beech Grove. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Announced last night in an updated news conference that an officer was killed in this response to a domestic violence call. Identified as 33-year-old Brian Elliott, a member of the Beech Grove Police Department for 2 years, served with the Marion County Sheriff's Department prior, described as reported as a Beech Grove kid. Another officer was shot, expected to survive the injuries. Indiana State Police confirming that an IMPD Special Weapons and Tactics team, meaning a SWAT team, found the suspect, name of Kenneth Johnson, in a laundry room located a few hundred yards from the scene. He was apprehended approximately 10:30 p.m., more than 4 hours after the shooting took place. This was a response to a disturbance and a domestic disturbance that then led to the shooting. Now, was this the plan? There are the reports that this was purposeful. It was a call to be able to engage an ambush of authorities. Certainly, one would agree that the idea of, well, we'll just send a social worker might not be the best call. Horrifying for this family, horrifying for the family of the other officer. I'm glad he's alive. For the Beech Grove Police Department, for all of us. I will once again say that anti-law enforcement sentiment does us no good. Wanting law enforcement engaged in proper activities is fine. Anti-law enforcement sentiment pushed through children in terms of walkouts does us no good. there's a moment where you ask yourself, do you use someone's death as a way of proving your point? No, this man is dead for no reason other than doing his job, showing up when he was called to. And that's where the thought is. But none of these people who want to encourage children to hate law enforcement, be violent against law enforcement, and do the walkouts, none of them are going to get a free pass. They shouldn't. Every thought we have is with the good people of Beech Grove right now and the family of this officer, Brian Elliott. We don't have a word that can help, but we're here if you need us. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning to you.
This is Alex Brown. Food insecurity is growing in Indiana. More at 6:32 on Inside Indiana Business. Don't miss IBJ's Technology Power Breakfast with keynote speaker Mung Chang, president of Purdue University. RSVP at ibj.com/events.
Window Nation, WindowsNation.com. Window Nation was recently ranked highest on Forbes' list of best window installation companies, so you can trust Window Nation for high quality, affordable windows. That's what I did. They were in and out of my house within a day, replaced the whole front of my house with brand new windows, saving a ton on energy bills, keeping the cold air out and the warm air in with Window Nation and WindowNation.com.
Schedule your fast and free estimate right now with Window Nation. Go to their website, WindowNation.com. Shop around, find what you like, but take advantage of this deal. Buy 4, get 4 windows for free, and get an extra 10% off. And again, a fast and free estimate is available at WindowNation.com. But to get the deal, you have to tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
You do not have to live with any pain in your feet, and if you don't have pain in your feet, chances are everything else is going to feel great. The Good Feet store, guys, I've been using these products, and you're talking about inserts, and you're like, Tony, I don't have time to be changing out inserts. Yes, you do. You have no time for pain. Pain is silly. That pain in your knees or your hips and your lower back, that could all be coming from the fact that your feet don't have a proper arch support. You don't have the balance. If you go and see one of the experts, these arch support specialists at the Good Feet store, they will walk you through, quite literally walk you through, the free, no obligation, personalized fitting. The Good Feet arch supports, they can get tried on, tested for comfort prior to you buying them. You do the fitting, you walk around, you get an idea of what's about to happen. All made in the USA, 100% U.S. origin material with a lifetime warranty. It is this 3-step system that you go through, the strengtheners, the maintainers, the relaxers, and you get different support from your arches. You're actually strengthening them. You're building them up. You're working out your foot, and therefore everything else gets into proper alignment, and the pain goes away. Talk to the people at the Good Feet store. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. Good Feet has 2 Indy area locations, at Clearwater at the Crossing and in Greenwood, just off of 65, so just right there. Online at goodfeet.com. That's goodfeet.com. Custom jewelry is not out of reach with PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse. At PA Jewelers, you can customize any piece of jewelry for that special someone. PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg. Gold, diamonds, gemstones, and of course those watches from Flederman Von Riest, assembled right here in Indiana. Custom designed jewelry with PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse. Custom jewelry made just for you. PA Jewelers, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg. 317-456-4010. PAJewelers.jewelry. Traffic on the 5s. Matt Baer in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Yeah, Tony, we are over on the west side, and this is a crash. Morris Street, west of Girls School Road. A vehicle on its side. Entrapment and injury have been reported. And southbound 65 coming into the north split, a stall blocking the left lane, causing a little bit of a slowdown. Northbound 65 stop and go after Raymond Street into the south split. That's a construction zone. Traffic sponsored by Super Sure. Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get Super Sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but Super Sure coming soon. I'm Matt Baer on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:15.
Serving Indiana means being ready for growing energy demands. At Duke Energy, we're adding more power to the grid and working on hundreds of local projects to make your energy more reliable. We've strengthened nearly 20,000 poles, updated more than 270 substations, and prevented hundreds of thousands of outage hours with self-healing grid technology, so your power can come back on faster than ever. That's the smarter energy future Indiana deserves. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This hour is powered by Dugan Air Heating and Cooling, your American Standard Air dealer.
So the shutdown continues with the Department of Homeland Security, and Democrats do not care that your children might get killed. Wow, Tony, you're coming in hot. I'm discussing how it is that Republicans have to handle this thing. And they're not doing it. They're not even close to handling this properly. Did I say hello? Sometimes I don't say hello, and I apologize. Tony Katz, hey, how are you? How you doing? How's your mother? It is obvious and it is clear that this shutdown does tremendous damage to TSA, to Coast Guard, and their funding. You're going to have ICE, not ICE, I think it's ICE working without getting paid. Now, they have some funding that will last them a while because they got their funding from the one big beautiful bill. But Republicans are treating this like it's no big thing. And it is an absolutely massive thing. It's massive because you got to make it so. These people have these outrageous demands, as if somehow the political left is allowed to make demands. Negotiate, sure, but they're saying you need to do all these things. Well, no. Now, one could argue, Tony, isn't this the way Trump would do it? And I would say, oh, absolutely. But you could say, no, they start with wanting everything. They try and grab what they can. The difference is the left always overplays their hand, and they never stop. There's never a moment of satisfied, which is the thing one must be aware of. And so when countering that, one has to counter it properly. Every time you don't have the Coast Guard being paid, you're allowing fentanyl to reach your kid on a playground. I don't know why Chuck Schumer wants dead kids, but he does. That's how it has to get handled. That's how it has to get dealt with. And there is no other answer. This was me yesterday on Newsmax.
Show, sir.
Yeah, this is a conversation that comes up aggressively and constantly. My issue here is that you could talk about, okay, we'll get rid of this for Congress. You won't have that for Congress. Where are Republicans to say that Democrats, by shutting down the Department of Homeland Security, are killing American kids? Where are they to say that because we're shutting down DHS, Democrats favor fentanyl getting to your children on the playgrounds?
Tony,
why is it that they won't fight the way that the political left fights? This is the moment. This is the time. There's a really weird thing happening where the Republicans have failed to learn the lessons of Trump, which I was under the impression that they had learned from the beginning, and they won't fight the way they need to make this issue a very pressure-filled one on the Democratic Party.
But
that's my take. I cannot do the math. But I will tell you, I weirdly, tomorrow, I have a speech in the morning to the Hamilton County Republicans. Now, this was planned a while ago, and it was supposed to be after the event that we had scheduled in January, which I think ticket sales end this week. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you really should. Because now I'm actually weirdly off tomorrow, even though we were off for President's Day, just for the morning show. I still don't know why. I don't take off for Woodrow Wilson's birthday. Screw that guy. We were here for middays. So I've got this speech tomorrow, which has now become this like precursor to what we're going to be doing on the 28th for Trump 1 year, 1 month later, which is really, here's how we win the midterms. It's stunning. There's just, what happened to the fight? What actually are these people doing locally and nationally? And how all of that leads to, here's the clear path to midterm victory. Difficult, but it is clear if we take it. Tickets.TonyKatz.com, the bourbon, the food, the live music. Depending on weather, we might all smoke cigars with Premier Arms, PA Jewelers, Chimney Solutions Indiana, and you've got Defiance Beef, great sponsors. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Get your tickets right now. Republicans are doing nothing to get this to stop. And Democrats are engaged in a shutdown that they don't even begin to understand. It's just, that's the answer. That's the response. That's the reaction. Shut it down. Shut it all down. They have nothing else that they can offer. And they are not being pushed back on. Now, as for ICE, which is another conversation, and they're pulling out of Minneapolis. This is the Trump administration giving in and capitulating. I'm not there for that. I don't believe that is at all the case. I do believe that if they were to stop ICE actions, it would be terrible for them, not only in the midterms, but heading forward. The last thing in the world one does is capitulate on something popular. You don't capitulate on the thing that is necessary. And yes, it is indeed popular that we follow the law. This was Scott Jennings over there on CNN, which is the only reason to watch CNN.
Okay with that? I'm okay with this administration doing anything and everything within its power to protect the American people from the invasion that occurred over the last 4 years.
You said because it's not affecting him right now. I will say when people are in our country that are here illegally but also committing heinous crimes, it actually does affect all of us. So I do think we're impacted by it. I don't think that's fair to say. I understand the concern. I'm also uncomfortable with the use of the term immigrant. For example, I'm a daughter of 2 immigrants. There's immigrant and there's those that came here illegally and commit atrocious crimes and didn't deserve to be here to begin with. So I think we should separate the two.
Nobody's arguing with it. We absolutely should separate the two. Finally, something we've been discussing for forever. The left doesn't do that. They don't separate between legal and illegal. And they do it purposely because, well, liars do what they do. I mean, that's all it is. They refuse to do that because they want the people here illegally to stay. Now, we'll get into more of that. There is a third story. The story that Jesse Jackson has died at the age of 84. And that's where I leave it. I will not play into the civil rights activist conversation without giving his full story. So unless we're going to do the full story of Jesse Jackson, every bit of it, Jesse Jackson died at the age of 84. And that's where I leave it. Matt Bear has got traffic on the 5s. Matthew, what's going on?
Yeah, Tony, on the west side, we have a vehicle on its side, and this is Moore Street, west of Girls School Road. Please be careful in the area. Downtown southbound 65 at Meridian Street, Penn, a stall blocking the left lane, and northbound 65 dragging from the south side. This is Raymond Street into the south split. It's a construction zone. Traffic sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal where you get more and pay less. Now, that's a good deal. That's Straight Talk Wireless on Verizon's 5G network. Find it exclusively at Walmart and straighttalk.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show back at it Tuesday afternoon. We'll recap a long weekend, the biggest stories in Indy, and maybe a little caller roulette.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Miss Valentine's Day? No worries. Zero Res is keeping the love going with a 1 week only post-Valentine's flash sale. Right now, get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109 and get a free 4th room. That's $181 savings. But you gotta book it by February 20th to get this deal. This is a limited time offer and spots are going to fill up fast. Call my friends at Zero Res right now, 317-388-5141. Online at ZeroResIndy.com and just say you want the WIBC special.
Stop putting screens on your gutters. If the holes are too big, debris gets in and you're still cleaning your gutters. If the holes are too small, it sits on top and you're cleaning the screens. And those screens will need to be replaced. They just don't last. Pat Sullivan here. I have Gutter Helmet on my home and business, and it has no holes, slots, or screens. It keeps the debris out and the water in. Since 1981, Gutter Helmet has been America's #1 choice for gutter protection. And this is a great time of year to call Gutter Helmet of Central Indiana, because right now, Gutter Helmet is offering a 15% discount plus 12 months no interest financing if paid in full within 12 months. Call 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, to schedule a free estimate. 15% off cannot be combined with other offers. Call Gutter Helmet today at 800-5HELMET or go to gutterhelmetindy.com and never clean your gutters again.
You've worked hard your whole life and demand the best in everything. Don't settle for tough, untraceable supermarket beef. Defiance Beef delivers farm-raised, hand-selected Angus-influenced beef. 100% traceable, custom-cut exactly to your specifications for superior tenderness and rich flavor. From the farm to your door, no middleman, no compromises. Reserve your share today at DefianceBeef.com. Use code BEEF for free shipping on your first order at DefianceBeef.com. Defiance Beef, because you deserve nothing less.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago politician Dick Durbin. Now, Durbin has a new scheme. He's doing the dirty work to benefit corporate megastores. Durbin's bill could cut corners on your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the megastores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
2 Hoosier cops shot in the line of duty. You've got a clear radar over downtown Indianapolis. It's 37 degrees. We're headed up to 57 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30.
Our hearts are absolutely shattered tonight with the news of Officer Elliott's passing. This community is going to be in mourning for the coming days, weeks, months, even years. And we'll continue to offer our support in that time.
Indiana State Police Sergeant John Perrine speaking Monday night about a shooting that killed Beech Grove police officer Brian Elliott and wounded another person. This happened during a domestic violence call at an apartment complex. Perrine also says that an arrest has been made.
An alert community member flagged down a police officer and said, hey, something's not right. And they were correct. They pointed us in the direction of where they believed the suspect was hiding, and IMPD SWAT was able to move in within minutes of that tip.
And police say Kenneth Johnson killed Officer Elliott. He was arrested late last night in a laundry room not far from where the apartment where the shooting happened. Civil rights leader and longtime political figure Reverend Jesse Jackson has died at the age of 84. Jackson, who once worked closely with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., went on to become a major national voice for equality and founded the Rainbow Push Coalition. This clip right here shows him and demonstrates criticism against Ronald Reagan's economic policies that he called Reaganomics.
Under Mr. Reagan, the cumulative budget deficit for his 4 years is more than the sum total of deficits from George Washington to Jimmy Carter combined.
In 2000, former President Bill Clinton awarded Jackson the Medal of Freedom for his contributions to the civil rights movement. Weeks of searching across the desert in southwest Arizona still haven't uncovered what happened to Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old mother of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie, who was reported missing on February 1st. Investigators say they're now treating this case as a possible abduction. The FBI is offering a $100,000 reward for her whereabouts. And the U.S. women's hockey team is into the gold medal game at the Winter Olympics once again. The Stars and Stripes shut down Sweden 5-0 in the semifinals Monday, and the teams will meet again Thursday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together on a Tuesday morning next in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Alex Brown. New data from Gleaner's Food Bank of Indiana says more Hoosiers are going hungry. According to its 2025 impact report, 1 in 7 people across the organization's 21-county service area are food insecure, and 1 million Hoosiers are facing hunger. CEO Fred Glass says the main issue isn't access to food.
Food insecurity is about poverty. People are hungry because they're poor, and if they're having trouble eating, they're having trouble paying their rent, they're having trouble paying their utilities, and so forth. So we like to think that we're in the business of alleviating poverty with food as the tool to do that.
The organization distributed more than 102 million meals last year. The Dean and Barbara White Family Foundation has gifted $25 million to Purdue University as part of Purdue's $4 billion Victories and Heroes campaign. The funding from the Merrillville-based organization will be used to support several initiatives, including the expansion of the White Lodging J.W. Marriott Jr. School of Hospitality and Tourism Management program to Indianapolis this fall. For the first time in nearly a year, the virus known as bird flu has been found on a commercial turkey farm in southwest Indiana. The Indiana State Board of Animal Health says a commercial turkey farm in Sullivan County with a flock size of nearly 46,000 was detected with highly pathogenic avian influenza. This is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Indiana University is shaping the future of healthcare with Hoosiers in mind. Advancing discoveries that become treatments for Alzheimer's, obesity, cancer, and rare diseases, and training the providers trusted to deliver them. From the lab to your local clinic, IU powers medical breakthroughs and the talent behind them. Discover how IU is solving what's next at iu.edu/impact.
The Indiana Chamber of Commerce on Monday revealed the honorees for this year's Best Places to Work in Indiana. A total of 150 businesses made the list this year, representing nearly 30 Hoosier cities and towns and employing between 16 and 2,400 people. The companies that made the list were determined based on employer reports and comprehensive employee surveys. A ranking of the companies will be unveiled during an awards event on May 13th. You can view the full list of honorees at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. I'm Alex Brown for 93 WIBC.
Crash on the west side. This is Morris Street, west of Girls School Road. A car is on its side. Southbound 65 downtown, stall blocking the left lane at Meridian. And northbound 65 up from the south side. Stop and go traffic after Keystone Avenue into the south split. That is a construction zone. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Indy Decorative Concrete, the patio experts. Big enough to service, small enough to care. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
What do we have here? We've got 38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:36. A check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's happening?
Tony, good morning. 7th-ranked Purdue will face their toughest test of the season tonight against top-ranked Michigan. Purdue head coach Matt Painter says Michigan brings speed and athleticism and all sorts of trouble.
They have the ability to break you down off the dribble from a lot of different people. Their skill level, great rebounding team, best defensive team in the country, then just a lot of different ways to get you from an offensive standpoint.
Since 2018 in the Big Ten Championship in New York City, Michigan has won 8 of the last 13 games played. Tonight's game tips off at 6:30. IU will play Purdue on Friday night. IU is coming off a loss to 8th-ranked Illinois Sunday. And the Indiana Pacers open the second half of their season Thursday in Washington, D.C., taking on the Wizards. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Sponsored by Armstrong Pharmaceuticals.
Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Indy Decorative Concrete, the patio experts. Big enough to service, small enough to care.
Dugan Air Heating and Cooling is always committed to premium service and no shenanigans.
Go DuganAir.com. Dugan Air Heating and Cooling is your independent American Standard air dealer.
There was this story over at Fox News, and Democrats' Munich meltdown exposes left's intellectual void. It was a piece by David Marcus. I like Dave a lot. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I don't run into many chain smokers these days. And, Marcus is pro. Dave Marcus is pro at it. But he's done an extremely good job of. He moved to West Virginia, and he's like, the world is out there, and I want to go see it. And he's turned himself into a really excellent reporter on what's going on the street level, in the places that people don't talk about. Very much in the vein of Selena Zito, in just doing this work that involves actually getting out and seeing people and talking to people. And his point is that Representative Ocasio-Cortez looked the fool in Munich at the Munich Security Conference. She is a fool. She lacks any intellectual heft. And I believe this to be true. But what I said yesterday on Tony Katz Today is that, she's stupid, but she's not dumb. Does she have any intellect? No. Not at all. I mean, this line alone, which made me drink on air yesterday.
You know, we look at what happened in Venezuela, for example. It is not a it is not a remark on who Maduro was as a leader. He canceled elections. He was an anti-democratic leader. That doesn't mean that we can kidnap a head of state and engage in acts of war just because the nation is below the equator.
Venezuela is not below the equator. But I guess if you're in Chile, it is. So maybe it was a big gotcha. She's not bright. And it is true. Dave Marcus's point stands that there are no intellectuals on the left. No matter how despicable I may have found Gore Vidal, you could make an argument. You could make an argument, as he does regarding Noam Chomsky. Those people don't exist. They control the universities and not a single intellectual in the bunch. And we can look at this and laugh and mock. The party doesn't want intellectuals. The party wants emoji sloganeering. Trump bad. Tax the rich. F ICE. That's it. The last thing they want is to have to engage in any level of philosophical manner. Their entire academic underpinning a world, which doesn't actually provide any academics, has eschewed the classics. They have pushed away from math, science, literature, and basic logic. It is all Marxism all the time. They are who they are. But she's not dumb. She's going to run for president one day, and she's going to be formidable. And if you want to laugh at her, you're more than welcome to. You're doing it at your peril. Yes, they don't have intellectuals. We can see this right here in Indiana. Hey, Destiny Wells. Doesn't mean they're not formidable. We got to understand what we're dealing with here. And we got to do it honestly. Don't dismiss. And that's going to lead to a loss. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Didn't meet your January goals? At Synergen X and Low T Center, they're extending their New Year's promos to February.
Book a free testosterone test, and they work with most insurance plans. LowTcenter.com or SynergenX.com. Book that free T-test today.
Only local real estate agent I'd trust with the sale of my home and actually finding me a new one. It's Mark Deedle. And Mark is used to dealing with challenging situations and making them simple and successful. Like Angie in Fairland was handling her mom's estate, needed to sell the home she grew up in. It was emotional, but the Deedle team handled the listing and repairs, secured a buyer, and sold the house after just 9 days on the market, stress-free. Find him at markdeedle.com, DIETEL.com.
Mark Deedle guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. You pick your move date, no long-term contracts, and you can cancel at any time. Call Mark Deedle today. Ask about the guarantee. 317-755-4232 or visit markdeedle.com. That's Mark, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdeedle.com.
Great Lakes Honda of Fishers is heating things up with red hot deals during Pay What We Pay invoice pricing going on now. Come into Great Lakes Honda and get invoice pricing without the gimmicks, like a new Honda Odyssey EXL for under $42,000 with a finance special of 3.99% APR for 48 months or 4.99% APR for 60 months. So come in out of the cold for red hot prices at Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Tax not included. In-stock new Hondas only. Not combinable with other offers. All fees and first payment due at signing. Offer ends March 31st. See dealer for details.
Pella provides window and door replacement with products you can trust. For a limited time, call 833-87-PELLA or visit PellaIndy.com/radio and get 22% off Pella products. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what's happening?
South side crash eastbound 465 before Emerson Avenue. No delay right now. A slowdown from Emerson past Arlington Avenue. Crash Beach Grove. This is Emerson Avenue south of 465 at Victory Drive. Also southbound 65 approaching the north split. A stall blocking the left lane. West side Morris Street west of Girls School Road. That's a crash of cars on its side. And northbound 65 stop and go. After South Keystone Avenue into the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at B Window, receive up to 40% off all products, plus get an entry door for $187. Call or visit bwindow.com because of B Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear on the fives at WIBC Traffic.
38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:45.
Join WIBC February 28th at the Hyatt Regency at 6 p.m. for a night of flair and reflection with Tony Katz. VIP and general admission tickets are on sale now. Act fast. Get all the details at WIBC.com. Brought to you by Defiance Beef Company, Chimney Solutions, and Premier Arms.
In Canada, when you're not cheating at curling, that story is so weird. With the curling and there's this little extra kind of like finger push, you can see it and you're like, wait, did they touch the rock? And people are upset and the Canadians are cursing. I thought these were kind, mild-mannered people. I guess that's over. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I guess the kindness is all just going to have to fade away with Eugene Levy. In Canada, they want you to know that if you believe in traditional values, well, you're an issue.
Well, radicalization in general quite often will show by people isolating themselves and changing their behavior, like changing what they're saying on a subject, like becoming more extremist. Like, and if someone you know was very believed in equal gender rights, but all of a sudden are leaning towards like traditional values, and that might be a sign that they're becoming more extremist.
That is a member of the local police there. That statement comes from a staff sergeant from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. If you believe in traditional values, you might be an extremist. Sure. Should we talk about the shooting that took place in Rhode Island at a hockey rink during a kids' game where a guy was going after family? The guy who now wears dresses? Feeding into mental illness, that is extremist. And that is true of anybody here in Indiana. That is true of any organization or youth organization that buys into this and feeds into this. That's true of any medical professional that believes in the mutilation of children. I mean, we do need to have a conversation about the idea that it doesn't matter how many national championships are won if a med school connected to a university is in favor of mutilating children under the guise of gender-affirming care. I don't think that's something to be celebrated. That's a problem. National championships, be damned. Oh, you think I'm going after IU? No, I'm discussing everybody. The fact that they don't win national championships, well, that doesn't change the reality. But there's another story out there. And it is a story about polling. Harry Enton over there at CNN was going through some of the numbers, and he wants to challenge what I consider to be a well-understood dynamic, that maybe Trump doesn't have a floor of support. Is his support crashing?
Happy Washington's birthday observed today. That's what it is in the state of New York. I'm a New Yorker through and through. Let's take a look at another president, though. President Donald John Trump. Look at this. I got 4 numbers across for you on this screen here. They are all second-term lows for the given pollster. What are we talking about? AP North, 26 points below water. NBC, 22 points below water. Yahoo YouGov, 20 points below water. Quinnipiac, 19 points below water. So we're ranging from negative 19 points all the way to negative 26 points. You know, Kate, there's this question that folks keep asking, you know, where is the floor for Donald Trump? And I'm not sure there is a floor, because if there is one, Donald Trump, at least in term number 2, has just fallen through it to another low level.
How does this compare with his first?
I don't believe that is wholly accurate. If you want to argue that Yahoo or NBC put Trump's approval down 20 points, you're not answering, I think, the question properly. He's going through the numbers, but I don't think there's enough dig in there that is actually connected. I do believe there is a floor of support for Trump. I believe this. There was a ceiling of support for Trump. I said so regarding the race with Kamala Harris. But one could argue that Trump's support isn't as great as it was when he first took office. The economy, while there are some really good things turning around, there's still levels of trepidation. Tariffs have absolutely added costs. There is the whole conversation about how things are getting done vis-a-vis ICE. Certainly, while I don't think that the Epstein files are really adding to a negative from outsiders to his base, I only hope it's recognized by Trump that he hasn't handled this well, and Pam Bondi hasn't handled this well. There are things that should be admitted to. And then, same guy, Harry Enton, there's the Democrat Party.
Yeah, I mean, Democrats in the minds of the American public are lower than the Dead Sea. What are we talking about here? Well, let's take a look. The net approval rating for Democrats in Congress, you said it, Kate Baldwin, the lowest ever. Look at this. Overall, they are 55 points underwater. Their approval rating is south of 20%. It's even worse when you look at independents. Look at this. Negative 61 points. That means that their approval rating is 61 points lower than their disapproval rating. Quinnipiac has been polling this question for the better part of the 21st century. They have never found Democrats, at least those in Congress, in worse shape than they are right now.
And that's polling. One could take from this, Trump's not doing great, but Democrats are doing worse. They really aren't liked. They really aren't popular. They really aren't fun. These are a great big bunch of jerks. What do you want me to do with those numbers? Trump's bad and Democrats are worse. That's what it says. The only place I have argument is not that Trump might have lower approval numbers. It's that this idea that he doesn't have a floor. No, I don't think I take that from a Yahoo and NBC News poll. I just don't. I do believe there's always a floor of support. Now, one could argue it could be different because he's not running again, which now would lead to, and we won't know this until really post-midterm, does the concept of Trump have coattails? Because if you listen to the Munich speech, if you think Marco Rubio isn't running for president, you're out of your head. I still would believe that everything is possible, but that speech was the, I am the intellectual heft of this party. Watch me work. Because J.D. Vance is bright. I don't think J.D. Vance could deliver that speech. But J.D. Vance can deliver other speeches. Now, which one of them can actually connect with the world of MAGAville? the smart money would be on J.D. Vance. Is MAGAville alone enough to get you over the finish line? Will MAGAville vote for somebody who isn't MAGAville? Well, one thing at a time. We have to get through midterms. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. I'll see you on February 28th. It's going to be an incredible night of bourbon and you and good times, and I'll show you the path. It's there. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Stall clear downtown, southbound 65 approaching the north. Split still slow right now on southbound from 21st to West Street. South side, northbound 65 slow after Keystone Avenue into the south split is a construction zone. Also on the south side, eastbound 465 slowing from I-65 to Emerson Avenue and a crash Beach Grove, Emerson Avenue south of 465. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now at B Window. Receive up to 40% off all products, plus get an entry door for $187. Call or visit bwindow.com today. Because of B Window, they mean business. Matt Barrett, WIBC Traffic.
So it's been a few weeks using the three-step system from the Good Feet store, and it has been incredible. The Good Feet store. You've heard me talk about it. You've driven by it many times, and you're like, what is that place? That's the place to go to get rid of pain, because the pain is emanating from your foot. The issues with your knees, your hips, your lower back, that's because your foot doesn't have the proper support. The arches aren't they're not being taken care of. And with the Good Feet store and their free, no obligation personalized fitting, you get started on your path to feeling better all the way up and down your body. And now when I wear my Good Feet arch supports made in the USA, 100% US origin materials with a lifetime warranty, it's massaging. It's amazing. It's a three-step system and you got to commit yourself to the system. But the result, it's fantastic. Talk to the Good Feet store about that plantar fasciitis, about that knee or hip pain. Talk to one of their arch support specialists today. The Good Feet store has 2 Indy area locations, at Clearwater at the Crossing and in Greenwood just off 65. Online at goodfeet.com. That's goodfeet.com.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
BMW, Mercedes-Benz, VW, Audi, Mini, Porsche. Names that mean quality, performance, and usually a dreadful service experience. You know you can't take your car just anywhere, but you may not know you can get the same quality service and parts without going to a dealership. Enter Auto House Merkel. Everything from routine service to performance tuning is handled with care by technicians who specialize in German vehicles, using only OEM parts or equivalent at a lower cost and less hassle than the dealership. Book service now at AutohouseMerkel.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text RULE to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text RULE to 215-215. That's RULE to 215-215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Through their service, veterans have our backs. Now we should have theirs. Learn more at gotyoursix.org.
Hammer and Nigel Show, back at it Tuesday afternoon. We'll recap a long weekend, the biggest stories in Indy, and maybe a little caller roulette.
Coming up in 2 minutes, it is a tough morning for law enforcement across Indiana. Jarrett Lewis reports on the death of a Beech Grove police officer. Political leaders reacting to proposed changes to early voting, and the Purdue basketball coach talking about a big game tonight in West Lafayette. From the Dugan Air Heating and Cooling Mitsubishi Electric Studios, after Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It's 7 o'clock.
This is a Fox News alert. The Reverend Jesse Jackson has died. I'm Dave Anthony. The civil rights leader was 84.
I would like to be measured by my box score, not by the home run or the strikeout, but being a long-distance servant.
Jesse Jackson's family put out a statement. He helped shape a global movement for freedom and dignity and died peacefully this morning.
Jackson had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2013. In April, that diagnosis changed to progressive supranuclear palsy, a neurological disorder. Jackson gained prominence during the civil rights movement, working alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He ran for the Democratic presidential nomination twice, in 1984 and 1988. Jackson founded the Rainbow Push Coalition, an advocacy organization aimed at changing public policy and expanding opportunities for minorities.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. A police officer is being mourned in Indiana after being shot and killed responding to a disturbance in Beech Grove in the Indianapolis area. Another officer was wounded, and after a manhunt, the suspected gunman was found late last night. Shots also fired at a high school hockey game in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. 2 people were killed, 3 critically wounded.
An ATF source tells us that the gunman shot his wife and 2 kids before turning the gun on himself, dying from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police have identified the shooter as 56-year-old Robert Borgen, but say he may have identified as transgender, going by the name Roberta Esposito.
Fox's Todd Pyro. There are 2 sets of talks going on in Geneva. The U.S. is brokering peace negotiations between Russia and Ukraine, and the U.S. and Iran are talking through a mediator as President Trump threatens another attack if Iran doesn't scale back its nuclear program.
Iran's supreme leader is watching U.S. warships amass in the Arabian Sea, but more dangerous than a warship, says Ayatollah Khamenei, is the weapon that can send it to the bottom of the sea.
America's listen.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It is a tough morning for law enforcement across Indiana. You have a clear radar in downtown Indianapolis where it's 37 degrees. We're going up to 57 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. Gunshots during a domestic violence call Monday in Beech Grove. 2 officers hit, and Jarrett Lewis reports one has died from his injuries.
We do have the person that we believe to be responsible for the police action shooting tonight for the line of duty death of Officer Elliott. Kenneth Johnson is in police custody.
Indiana State Police Sergeant John Brine says Johnson is a 47-year-old man who shot 2 Beech Grove police officers Monday evening in an ambush-style attack at an apartment complex. Officer Elliott and the other officer were responding to a disturbance call at a unit at around 5:30. Tragically, he later died at a hospital. The other officer shot is expected to be okay. Johnson was found hiding in a laundry room nearly 5 hours after police say he opened fire on the 2 police officers. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Brian Elliott graduated from Beech Grove High School and earned a criminal justice degree from IU Purdue University. Known as a Beech Grove kid, he always wanted to serve his community as a police officer. The department has not released the name of the second officer who was injured. Political leaders at the State House are considering a proposal that would shorten the window for early voting. The measure originally focused on when local leaders could scan early ballots, but senators have now added a change that would cut the early voting period from 28 days to 16 days, and that change has cleared a Senate committee and now heads to the full chamber for debate. If you're driving along I-70 starting tonight and through Saturday, expect some slowdowns as NDOT makes new overhead signs and installs them. The work will run overnight from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. The ramp from Shadeland Avenue to eastbound I-70 will be closed during those overnight hours. Franklin cops said Monday a man was arrested after showing them a fake ID during a traffic stop. Here's Jake McDaniel.
It all started when an officer pulled him over for using his cell phone while driving. The officer asked the man for his driver's license and registration, but instead he handed over a badge and a prison ID and said he worked for the Department of Correction. Police checked it out and found he never actually worked for them, though the man later said he'd been fired last fall. He was taken to the Madison County Jail. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
College basketball matchup tonight in West Lafayette as 7th-ranked Purdue taking on number 1-ranked Michigan. Purdue head coach Matt Painter.
They have speed, they have athleticism, they have the ability to break you down off the dribble from a lot of different people. Their skill level, great rebounding team, best defensive team in the country.
And Purdue has won 4 in a row. Michigan 24-1. Something has to give tonight in West Lafayette. Tip-off at 6:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good Tuesday morning, Matt Bear.
Good morning, Ryan. Look at it southbound 31 in Carmel. Stop and go traffic 116th Street to 106. And northbound Keystone Parkway on the brakes, a little bit of Carmel Drive. Inbound 69, you look good coming in from Fishers. 4 minutes from State Road 37 to 465. Crash south side, Emerson Avenue South. 465, and on the west side, crash car on its side, Morris, west of Girls School Road. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. It's cold out, but Great Lakes Honda of Fishers is heating things up with hot deals. Visit Great Lakes Honda of Fishers and fall in love with a new vehicle. Shop online at GreatLakesHondaFishers.com and come in for a test drive. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's happening?
Hey, good morning. Just a little bit of patchy fog in some locations this morning, but not locally dense like what we had yesterday. We're going to look for more clouds than sun today with highs near 58. Pretty mild this evening. Will only fall to 52 under cloudy skies and maybe a few showers possible. On Wednesday, mostly cloudy and breezy, scattered showers and maybe a thunderstorm as well. Record readings near 69 degrees. Near record on Thursday with a high near 67. But we're also going to run the risk of some showers and thunderstorms, and some of those thunderstorms on Thursday could be on the stronger side.
Okay. So it'll be nice, but then we're all going to die.
I mean, possibly, yes.
I mean, I'm just trying to decipher, you know, the what do you call it? The Hastingsese.
The what?
It's your language. It's the language of Tara Hastings.
Wow, I didn't know I had my own language.
Oh well, everybody knows this. It's just science. It's just straight up fact. Yeah. You know, all you other people speak in a language that is. Here's what I think, but hey, don't hold me to it. It's an amazing skill set.
Right.
I don't know how you guys get away with it.
Because we're geniuses.
Geniuses. I did see that Tara Hastings posted a photo of the cake that she got for her daughter with the cookies and cream whippy from Kroger, and you approved?
Oh, phenomenal. Loved it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to get everything set so we have plenty of icing for the event. Kroger's going to come through, or Kroger's going to hear things. That's all there is to it, right? I think it's always good to build a relationship based on threats.
Right. It's how the world works. Yes.
But it was a good birthday and everyone enjoyed it. Did she get what she wanted?
Well, so a little fly in the ointment. She has the flu, and so this is going to be terrible. She's at her mom's right now. She's getting over the flu. We sang happy birthday to her via FaceTime. I had the kids blow the candle out on her cake, and then we
ate her cake.
The cake. Yes, but we gave her a piece of cake. We gave her a piece
ate
of
your
cake.
daughter's cake without her?
Wow.
She didn't feel like eating. She was not feeling well. But my husband did drop off a piece of cake so that she could enjoy it.
A
I have not heard
piece?
back.
Not even half the cake?
Well, I don't know how much cake he dropped off because I was asleep, but I know she got cake. I knew this was going to be. This is what happens when I tell the truth.
Tara, right now this doesn't look good for you. Tara? Wow.
I should have just said yes. She got everything she wanted.
That's correct.
Great.
I asked about gifts, and you're like, we didn't even feed her cake. We were like, oh, you got the flu? More for us, sucker. Hey, for Thanksgiving, why don't you get a cold? Mommy wants extra stuffing.
But she did. She loved the cake.
Allegedly.
Oh, gosh. I knew that was going to sound bad, but here, wait, let's do it over again. Yes, she had a great time. She got everything she wanted, and the cake was fantastic.
You see? That's how a person who does the weather sells it. You know you can't trust them. I proved it from the beginning. Okay. I'm gonna do some radio now. But wow, do we have a lot to talk about on February 28th? Wow, this is so good. Tickets.TonyKatz.com last week for sales because we gotta set the room, and room's gonna be amazing at the Hyatt Regency downtown Indianapolis. The bourbon, the food, the live music, and you. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. The path to the midterms, here it is. I have got it for you. You're going to get your marching orders. It's going to be a hilarious night. It's going to be a fun night. You're going to learn a lot. And Tara Hastings will pour you bourbon, and then you can talk to her about her parenting skills.
I promise.
Hey, by the way, do you have a good relationship with I always say daughter. I don't know how the whole step thing works. Do you have a good relationship with your stepdaughter?
Oh, yeah. We have a great relationship. Absolutely.
Do you think that's still true now?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
We've been texting back and forth. Yes, it's all good.
All right.
Yeah.
We're not using no names to protect the innocent. Oh, this is great.
See, this is
so good.
I knew you'd like that.
Yep. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. I appreciate it, Tara. Thank you. 38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. I didn't tell her to tell that story. Don't look at me. The time is 7:12. Not yet. Four years in prison. That's the sentence. I think you pronounce it Pertno. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Guilty to 1 level 4 felony counts of child exploitation, 3 felony counts of possession of child sexual abuse material. Now, this became a story. Listen, anything involving children has to be dealt with. This is the son of a pastor at Life Church, Nathan Peternell. And the reason this became a salacious story is that Peternell is connected to the Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith, and they do a podcast together. Now, I have said very, very clearly that I am not a fan of Micah Beckwith's. Micah Beckwith, turns out, is not a fan of mine, and allow me to say, for the record, I don't give a damn. You think I'm arrogant? I don't think you're a lieutenant governor. You're a podcaster. That's what you are. And there's nothing wrong with being a podcaster. I don't appreciate it when you're moonlighting as the lieutenant governor of Indiana. And the way you handled yourself on this show Wasn't great. And I just want to be clear. I'm not going to sit idly by, Lieutenant Governor, if you think you're going to run for other office. Just so we're all perfectly clear. But I have no idea why anybody is talking about him in relationship to what this 24-year-old did that got him sentenced to, I thought it was 4 years in jail. According to the Indiana Citizen, 6 years in prison. And of course, it's a picture of Micah Beckwith with the story. And I'm sorry, that's just all gross. What did Micah Beckwith do wrong? There are plenty of things he did wrong. What did he do wrong in relationship to this story? The answer is absolutely nothing. There's no proof that he did anything wrong with this story. You're just like, hey, it'll get clicks and we'll tie him to this thing and it'll be bad for him. That's scumbaggery. I could discuss Micah Beckwith's issues based on his issues. I don't have to make them up. I don't have to connect them to things. It's garbage trash. And this is the sadly, a large part of Indiana media. Hey, how can we go about hitting the guy? You could do it based on the actual issues. But no, you want to connect him to this. Show me where he's connected. Show me what he did. I can talk about the father, maybe. I can talk about other things. Show me what he did in relationship to this story. And you've got nothing. This, Indiana Citizen, is some really large scumbag work. I'd give anything for journalism in this state. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Checking out northbound 65 on the south side, slow before Raymond Street into the south split. That's a construction zone. Inbound 69, slow off 106th Street down to 465. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Indy Decorative Concrete, the patio experts, big enough to service, small enough to care. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
Miss Valentine's Day? No worries. Zero Res is keeping the love going with a 1 week only post-Valentine's flash sale. Right now, get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109 and get a free 4th room. That's $181 savings. But you gotta book it by February 20th to get this deal. This is a limited time offer and spots are going to fill up fast. Call my friends at Zero Res right now, 317-388-5141. Online at ZeroResIndy.com and just say you want the WIBC special.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Vascular issues are not a welcome surprise, which is why Community Health Network helps patients prioritize vascular screenings. These simple tests are available for only $33 each, and they help detect early signs of peripheral artery disease, carotid artery disease, strokes, and abdominal aneurysms. Your path to a healthy vascular system starts with knowing your risk. Schedule your vascular screening today at ecommunity.com/vascularscreen. Community Health Network. Exceptional care, simply delivered.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Great Lakes Honda of Fishers is heating things up with red hot deals during Pay What We Pay invoice pricing going on now.
Come into Great Lakes Honda and get invoice pricing without the gimmicks, like a new Honda Odyssey EXL for under $42,000 with a finance special of 3.99% APR for 48 months or 4.99% APR for 60 months. So come in out of the cold for red-hot prices at Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Tax not included. In-stock new Hondas only. Not combinable with other offers. All fees and first payment due at signing. Offer ends March 31st. See dealer for details.
At Pella Windows and Doors, we've spent decades helping homeowners replace their windows and doors with products they can trust, installed by local experts. For a limited time, get 22% off Pella products. Visit PellaIndy.com/radio to learn why America's homeowners rate Pella Windows and Doors of Indianapolis #1 most trusted and highest value. Call 833-87-PELLA. Restrictions apply. See site for details. Study of homeowner perceptions of leading national brands. Study commissioned by Pella, 2023.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
This hour is powered by Dugan Air Heating and Cooling, your American Standard Air dealer.
Gearing up for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. If it's inside your four walls, you call Booher, and they take care of the rest. All right, it doesn't really rhyme, but man, their work is absolutely excellent. Working with them right now to get things set and together to do a little bit of rework on the kitchen. New countertops, new backsplashes, create a little more space, more of an updated look. It's the last piece we needed, and maybe that's all you need. Somebody who can help you with that last piece to tie it all together. Maybe you need a full kitchen rethink, a whole new flow, different way to work the cabinets. You need a pantry that actually can, I don't know, be organized, or you have smaller areas that you need to be able to maximize the storage within. Booher understands, and Booher are the people who can make it happen. They have the best craftsmen. They work with the best materials. They stand behind their work with a 2-year two-year workmanship guarantee. Nothing is limited. You're unlimited in what you can do with Booher Remodeling. They deliver quality work on time with a service-oriented attitude, and they can. Like, you're going to explain to them what your wants, and they're going to help you get to the place you need to be. There's your imagination, and then there's Booher making it happen. Talk to Booher Remodeling today about your kitchen, about your bathroom, about your basement. Booher Remodeling, 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling, 852-5546, or online at Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. Story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. We're dealing with stories locally, internationally. Maggie Lewis, president of the Indianapolis City County Council, putting out a statement regarding the shooting death of a Beech Grove police officer, which took place yesterday. There was a 4-hour manhunt. A suspect is in custody. Brian Elliott was killed in the line of duty. This from a call to what we know as a domestic dispute. I have heard this a couple different ways, and maybe Ryan Hedrick, or I don't know if John Ed is in the newsroom. Was this an ambush? I have heard that now a couple of times, as if the call regarding the domestic dispute wasn't legitimate, but I want to make sure I've got that story correct and proper. Brian Elliott spent 2 years with the Beech Grove Force, 4 years with the Marion County Sheriff's Office, getting his criminal justice degree from IUPUI. Absolutely horrifying to see you have the president of the City County Council saying, "I'm heartbroken to learn that one of the Beech Grove police officers injured in this tragic shooting has died. This devastating loss is felt far beyond the department. It's felt by our entire community. My deepest condolences are with the officer's family, loved ones, colleagues, and all who are grieving during this incredibly painful time." We stand in support of the Beech Grove Police Department and all public safety professionals who dedicate their lives to keeping our community safe. May we honor this fallen officer through our gratitude, our compassion, and our continued commitment to one another. I only hope this conversation about respecting law enforcement is being delivered to schools where you have teachers, administrators, and parents proactively saying skip school so you could hold signs that read F ICE. Other people may not want to connect the two things, but other people also are absolute cowards. The statement there from the Indianapolis City County Council President, Maggie Lewis. And then there's a story of a shooting in Rhode Island during a youth hockey game. 3 people are dead, including the suspect. It is thought to be a family dispute. But according to the Pawtucket police chief, the confirmed shooter was Robert Dorgan, who also went by the name Roberta Esposito. I know I didn't get to any audio for you today. I didn't get to play the I didn't get to play any clip like, oh my gosh, you won't believe this, right? Our popcorn moment stuff. It's a rough morning. It is an absolutely rough morning locally and nationally. And don't tell me that the playing into mental illness, the support of mental illness, the cheering of mental illness doesn't have serious effect. These shootings are happening and there is something connected. You cannot feed people into the idea of gender dysphoria and think that everything's going to be okay. You cannot cheer mental illness and think that everything's going to be okay. It's not. It just isn't. I have more thoughts on Rhode Island, and I will get to that on Tony Katz today at noon. But every thought we've got, as I said, is with Beech Grove, and I have no idea what we can do, but if there is anything, you ask, we'll do it. If it's within our power to do, we'll do it. Matt Bear has got traffic on the 5.
Inbound 69, stop and go traffic from 116th Street to 465. It's a 5-minute delay. South side northbound 65, delayed 5 minutes from Keystone into the South Split because of the construction. Southeast side northbound 465, now stop and go from I-74 up to Brookville Road. Crash, Beech Grove, Emerson Avenue, south of 465 at Victory. Traffic sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal where you get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. That's Straight Talk Wireless on Verizon's 5G network. Find it exclusively at Walmart and straighttalk.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show back at it Tuesday afternoon. We'll recap a long weekend, the biggest stories in Indy, and maybe a little caller roulette.
A $200 million buyback in mortgage securities, plus a new rate-friendly Fed chair is coming this spring. These moves are intended to push mortgage rates lower. And the last time rates dropped, we saw a selling and buying frenzy. Now is the time to prepare to sell your home. It's time to call the expert, Mark Dietel. Whether you're buying or selling, you want fast cash or you want maximum cash, Mark Dietel has the proven plan to sell your home based on your needs, guaranteed. Mark Dietel is the real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. You just pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You cancel anytime you choose. Sharon in Greenwood said, I had moved into my new home and I needed a smooth sale of my old place ASAP. Mark Dietel's team prepped my home quickly and launched an aggressive marketing plan. Success. It sold over asking in just 10 days while making everything simple and stress-free for me. You want to call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended, the agent who guarantees your home sold or he'll buy it. Call Mark Dietel today, 317-755-4545. 4232. Get all the details. Tell them Tony Katz sent you, or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, Dietel, markdietel.com.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off and you'll put cash in your pocket. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
It's Hammer here for my friends at Technology Recyclers. You can't just throw away your electronics. Some weirdo is going to hack your information, and then it's all out there on the dark web. This is where Technology Recyclers come in. They will make sure your data is destroyed. Tech-recyclers.com or call 1-800-237-3887 to find out more about their free business pickups or local residential drop-offs. Technology Recyclers, tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
You've worked hard your whole life and demand the best in everything. Don't settle for tough, untraceable supermarket beef. Defiance Beef delivers farm-raised, hand-selected, Angus-influenced beef. 100% traceable, custom-cut exactly to your specifications for superior tenderness and rich flavor. From the farm to your door, no middleman, no compromises. Reserve your share today at defiancebeef.com. Use code BEEF for free shipping on your first order at defiancebeef.com. Defiance Beef, because you deserve nothing less.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A Hoosier police officer is killed in the line of duty. You have a clear radar over downtown Indianapolis where it's up to 38 degrees. We're near 60 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31.
We already have received an outpouring of support from our community and our citizens, and we are grateful for that. This is a dark day for the city of Beech Grove. We feel this loss profoundly. In Officer Elliott's memory, we will continue to serve this community.
And that is Beech Grove Mayor James Kaufman speaking to reporters Monday right outside Eskenazi Hospital, just hours after police say a man ambushed Officer Brian Elliott and another officer during a domestic violence call. Elliott died at the hospital. The second officer is expected to be okay. FOP President Rick Snyder.
This is a kid that we're told he's a hometown kid. Grew up in Beech Grove, came back to Beech Grove to stand the line on behalf of his fellow neighbors. And here tonight, he has carried out the ultimate sacrifice, and he has fulfilled what God, who called him to this line of work, asked of him to do.
Police say Kenneth Johnson killed Officer Elliott. He was arrested late last night. After an hours-long search, he was hiding in a laundry room near the apartment where the shooting happened. U.S. and Iranian officials are meeting in Switzerland today to talk about nuclear issues, with President Trump signaling he could use military force if needed. The talks are organized by Steve Witkoff, U.S. Representative Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. Washington is pushing Iran to stop enriching uranium and reduce its missile stockpile. One of the nation's most recognized civil rights figures has died.
Once a protege of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the Reverend Jesse Jackson became one of the country's leading civil rights leaders in his own right, establishing the Rainbow Push Coalition based in Chicago.
That is the unfinished business that I'm about, fighting for equal opportunity for all Americans.
He ran for the Democratic presidential nomination in both 1984 and 1988. In 88, he finished second to nominee Michael Dukakis. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2017 and made a final appearance at the 2024 Democratic Convention, waving to the crowd from a wheelchair. The Reverend Jesse Jackson was 84.
That's Fox's Kevin Uretsky reporting. 3 people have died and others are in bad shape after a shooting at a hockey rink in Rhode Island. The situation may be linked to a domestic dispute. Pawtucket Police Chief Tina Gonsalves.
We can also tell you that a Good Samaritan stepped in and interjected in this scene, and that's probably what led to a swift end of this tragic event.
Police say the man that started shooting killed himself before cops got to him. It is Fat Tuesday, the final day of Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Security has been increased in the city leading up to today. Parades, parties, and other carnival events will continue until Ash Wednesday. That's when Lent begins. Sports on WIBC at 7:34. The Purdue Boilermakers have won 4 straight games and return home tonight to play number 1 Michigan forward Trey Kaufman. Wren says one thing that has stood out to him about this team over the past several weeks.
It's an effort level. I think that obviously we've talked so much about communication. When you play with that level of effort, I think the communication follows. And so I think once you start with that effort, like I said, everything else is going to follow from there.
In the latest polls, the Boilermakers jumped several spots to number 7. Tonight's game will be the first time a number 1 ranked team has visited Mackey Arena since January 8th, 2005. That's when Gene Cady was coaching Purdue. Tip-off at 6:30. IU will be in Purdue on Friday, and they are struggling to get back after falling to Illinois Sunday. Indiana sits 10th in the Big Ten, and the Indiana Pacers back to work on Thursday. The unofficial second half of the season tips off in Washington, D.C. against the Wizards. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
All right, taking a look at the south side. Northbound 65 slows after Southport Road 2465 because of construction. Same with northbound 65 after Keystone Avenue went to the southwood. That's delayed 6 minutes. East side northbound 465 stop and go from 70 up to Penn Pike. Inbound 69 dragging from 116th Street to 465. That's a 9-minute delay. Southbound 31 stop and go traffic 116th Street to 106. Southbound Keystone Parkway slow 116th Street to 465. And on the northwest side, northbound 465 slow roll off 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at B Window, receive up to 40% off all products, plus get an entry door for $187. Call or visit bwindow.com today because of B Window. They mean business. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
If you can't feed your army, make sure the enemy can't feed his.
WIBC celebrates the spirit of 76. Brought to you by the WIBC Daily Newsletter.
February 17th, 1778. With famine gripping Valley Forge, Washington ordered General Mad Anthony Wayne toward Wilmington to destroy hay and drive livestock away from British reach. The mission was blunt. If Washington's men couldn't eat, then neither would the Redcoats. Wayne's patrols swept the countryside, burning supplies and seizing stock. At Valley Forge, the men still shivered, but they knew their suffering had purpose. Even hunger had become a weapon of war.
The spirit of 76. History remembered. Freedom celebrated. Have the latest headlines and show content delivered to your inbox daily. Sign up at WIBC.com.
Whenever I'm out wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen. Where friendly
Today
folks can
on the
gather
marketplace.
and raise the rafters.
Pretty sure that was a prop from Breaking Bad. But they tell me it's a coffee pot. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you during downtime, clearing my head. Ooh, getting all choked up. Getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. All sorts of stuff is there on the Marketplace. The whole Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. No, seriously, it's your cash. Go get it. It's waiting for you. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. That refund, that final paycheck, that dividend. I mean, all sorts of things could be coming your way. It's dollars. It's not property. It's not things. It's dollars. And it's being held by the Attorney General's office. It should be held by you. Go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text my name, Tony, to 46220 to get started. Matt Baer Did you ever watch the show Breaking Bad?
I've seen a couple of episodes, but that's it.
Yeah. You ever find yourself breaking a little bit not good?
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
not full bad, but just a little bit not good.
Yeah, I don't go the full bad, but I just feel a little bit left of center, that kind of thing,
Yeah, anytime you're left of center, you're doing wrong.
Oh, my good Lord.
Yeah. Maybe you forgot the show we do here.
I get it. Politic. Yeah. No. I didn't mean it like that, Tony.
It's
Come
political.
on.
Now I get it. Tony, you rapscallion.
Why you?
You know what? Not enough people use the word rapscallion.
I agree.
I'm personally bringing it back. That and 23 skidoo.
Oh, skidoo.
Bringing them both.
Man.
Bringing those both back. But you know the story of Breaking Bad, right? It's a mild-mannered teacher, and he's like, I could use some cash. So he builds a meth empire and goes about killing everybody.
Oh, how's he break bad?
Oh, well, no, I don't actually know. Everything I thought he did was just right on. He did once throw a pizza on a rooftop, and I thought that was pretty wrong.
Oh, good
What a waste of pizza.
Sinner.
This is a coffee pot.
Oh.
It looks like it could be from a Breaking Bad lab. This is made by the Inland Company. It is a mid-century coffee pot pitcher, and so it's the glass bowl for the coffee pot, right? So it's got the glass kind of bowl where the coffee sits, and then it's got a long a metal spout that sticks right up. It's metal, and then it's got a handle, and you tilt the whole thing, and it looks like you're a mad scientist.
Is this at Tony Katz?
Yeah.
Okay, at Tony Katz. Oh, this is a water bong. Okay.
It also looks like a water bong.
You put the coffee in the base, and you just have a rip.
When you say coffee, you mean?
Well, yeah, no, because you have to have water. Instead of the water, you're putting coffee in it, and then you take the rip out of the side. Yeah. Okay.
It absolutely looks like a bong. 10,000%. It looks like something you hid in your dorm room. It's not even a question.
Usually these are 4 foot long.
Yeah.
Come off the balcony.
Yeah. The problem with the 4-footers is that it's hard to reach.
Yes.
Right? That's the issue there. You don't actually want that. I mean, it's cool and all, but you want something that's a little more accessible. Don't ask me how I know things. Just know that I do.
Call a friend.
Right? Yeah, right? Sometimes you don't need 2 on a bong.
No.
You don't. Hold on a second. Hi, kids going to school.
No, don't. You can't
if
buy
anybody
this
asks, you were listening to the Bob and Tom show. Okay? Okay.
Guess what I learned on the Tony Katz show today?
No. This is WTTS. It certainly wasn't Tony Katz. That guy's going to heaven.
Tony Katz told me how to use a 4-foot bong.
No. This has been Annie and Cole. Annie and Cole on Hank.
Oh, I love them.
So
good peeps.
Can't believe Annie was talking about bongs today.
Poor Annie.
Annie. We had so many high hopes for you, and look at you, degenerate Annie.
She's going to get flooded with emails. All she wanted to do was play Garth Brooks today.
That's it. Right? The thunder rolls.
Oh, I love that song.
And you were rolling something else. Annie.
Rolling Stones.
My gosh. God, I'm so disappointed. Cole gets off scot-free, but Annie is taking shrapnel.
They're like the nicest, most wonderful people in the world.
Do you want this coffee pot?
No, no, I don't want that in my house. Go back to jail.
It's $20.
No,
it's $20.
No. I mean, maybe if it was like I don't know, a French press or something like this, but this it just there's too much resemblance between this and an apparatus of smoking the marijuana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The marijuana.
Hold on, it's sold. Annie just bought it. It's gone. Oh my God, it's already off the marketplace. I shocked.
It works.
Annie already grabbed hers.
This works.
Wow, that's
well
rough.
done. Well done, Tony.
Okay. Very quick. It's there on the marketplace, and you can check it out for yourself if you want the coffee bong. It's right there. It's right there.
Oh.
I would refer to it as the Heisenberg.
Oh.
It's a Breaking Bad reference. You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, Annie would understand.
Yeah, yeah.
By the way, I think I've met Annie once in my life. This is gonna be weird when she hears this.
Well, it may be a little bit, but then she'll remember it's you, and everything will be cool. Yeah.
Don't forget to get all your country music favorites over there at Hank.
It's a good show.
There it is. Did we do enough cross promotion for every other station in the city?
Oh no! They're just down the hall from me, so I'm good with it.
Right.
You're at the radio station.
Tell them I said hi.
I will.
Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. It's an all-new date, but it's the same great bourbon. Saturday, February 28th, join me for Trump 1 year and 1 month later at the Hyatt Regency in downtown Indianapolis. The snow caused us to postpone, but it couldn't stop us. February 28th, downtown Indianapolis, the Hyatt Regency, Trump 1 year and 1 month later. The bourbon, the food, the live music, the red tie, and you. I'll have the full breakdown of how we win the midterms and more. Get your tickets. Go to WIBC.com. Trump 1 year and 1 month later at WIBC.com.
Dugan Air Heating and Cooling is always committed to premium service and no shenanigans.
Go DuganAir.com. Dugan Air Heating and Cooling is your independent American Standard air dealer.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Inbound 69, stop and go 116th Street to 465, delayed 15 minutes. Northside Carmel, southbound 31, slow before 116th Street to 111. We really start to grind around 111th Street. Southbound Keystone Parkway, slow in Parkets from 126 to 465. Westbound 70, slow from the east side, Shadeland Avenue to Emerson. South side, northbound 65, delayed 8 minutes from South Keystone Avenue into the South Split. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Receive up to 40% off all products, plus get any entry door for $187. Call or visit bwindow.com today because of B-Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Indie Decorative Concrete, the patio experts. Big enough to service, small enough to care.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well, I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there. It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
Chase away those winter blues with a new car from Tom Roush Lincoln. Hurry in for the 8, 9, 10 deal from Tom Roush. Get $8,000 off new Nautilus or $9,000 off new Corsair. Or how about $10,000 off Lincoln Aviator? Come get a great deal on all three from Tom Roush, where our family served yours since 1972.
Corsair stock number L25566, MSRP 55340. Nautilus stock number L26030, MSRP 62705. Aviator stock number L25384, MSRP 79450. See dealer for complete offer details.
Start your engine! That's the American spirit at 200 miles per hour. A spectacle of freedom, innovation, and passion. The passion of nearly 500,000 race fans. An American tradition in its 110th edition. The Indianapolis 500, presented by Gamebridge.
Get tickets now at IMS.com.
United, we race.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago politician Dick Durbin. Now, Durbin has a new scheme. He's doing the dirty work to benefit corporate megastores. Durbin's bill could cut corners on your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the megastores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
IHOP's value menu is here. Enjoy breakfast favorites like pancakes, eggs and bacon, French toast with sausage, or a cheesy omelet with pancakes, all for just $6. Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP value menu.
Airplay Live is coming your way May 15th, featuring Julie Haggerty and Robert Hayes. Relive the comedy classic like never before with stories, laughs, and unforgettable moments. Don't miss Airplay Live. More ticket information now at WIBC.com.
The headline reads, Schumer, meaning Chuck Schumer, the Senate Minority Leader. Schumer pushes bill to give pride flags same status as U.S. and military flags. Why? Is a legitimate question. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be here. Great to be with you. Schumer wants that flag to be congressionally authorized so it could be flown at the Stonewall National Monument and at other federal sites nationwide. Since the Trump administration came in, there's been a removal of flags that are not authorized. There's the United States flag. There's the flag that represents the branches of the military and POWMA kind of flags, I believe, are authorized, and that's it. And people are infuriated that the Stonewall National Monument, the gay pride flag is not flying because you would look at Stonewall as this area where gay rights were born. That would be the argument. The response argument is that the gay pride flag has become a political symbol and a political movement flag and isn't about the people who fought to be able to walk down the street holding hands if they're two men or they're two women. It's a very different thing. And I have argued right here that the L, the G, and the B needs to push the T away because they have been just absolutely run over by this political movement that utilizes that flag as a shield for its political purposes. If you're gay and you don't celebrate the T, they push you right out. You'll get attacked. And every person who is gay listening to the show knows it. They know I'm right. It's why they listen. We get everybody, guys. We get everybody. The gay pride flag has no place in schools and no places on federal monuments. And even though Stonewall is a place of this history, don't look at me as the problem. Look at your damn selves. You let yourself be taken over by the T and by the progressives. You gave up your own story because you weren't willing to fight these people who you know are out of their damn minds. Don't look at me, gay Hoosiers. Don't look at me, gay America. You did this. The thing that is shocking you is that someone's willing to say that to you. Oh, I'm going to get called every name in the book. Kiss off. You know I'm right. You did this. You allowed this to happen. Me, I don't want the gay pride flag anywhere near a federal building. It's a flag of a political movement that's wholly anti-American. Tony, are you saying gay people are anti-American? No. I am saying that progressives certainly are, and this entire trans movement is about tearing down Western civilization, purposefully attacking children, trying to mutilate children. No, thank you. That's where we are now. Ain't my fault that others let it happen. So no. Schumer's out of his damn mind. But it also lets you know exactly how far left the left is. This is how left they are. And if you're like, why would you put the gay pride flag on the same footing as the American flag? You have to understand how little they revere the American flag, how little they revere America, how unspecial they think America is, how much they want to denigrate the United States. You see, the American flag, yeah, but the gay pride flag, see, it's just the same. It's not. And the people like Pete Buttigieg's husband who want to make it so, those are people who can't be allowed near power, and I argue not near children. What a nonsense thing to say. Another flag can represent America? No, the American flag represents America. Matt Barris, traffic.
Inbound 69, delayed 10 minutes from 116th Street to 465. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Indy Decorative Concrete, the patio experts. Big enough to service, small enough to care. Matt Barrett, WIBC Traffic.
Time now for the Retirement Report with Casey Weed. Megan Mozak here with financial advisor Casey Weed, founder and CEO of Howard Bailey Financial. Now, many people assume their taxes will automatically go down once they retire and stop collecting paychecks. Casey, is this a dangerous assumption?
Well, Megan, lower taxes in retirement can be an absolute myth. Remember, up to 85% of your Social Security income could be taxed. Your traditional IRA and 401k income is 100% taxable. That's why it's important to find ways to reduce or eliminate your taxes where possible. Well, now is the time to start looking ahead and identifying your tax liabilities in retirement. We have a great resource to help our listeners today. We call it the Retire with Purpose Toolkit. You can get it today by calling or texting KIT to 888-494-5004. My team helped me put it together just for you, and it's complimentary. The center of it is a copy of my latest book, Job Optional. It has chapters on everything from taxes to Social Security to investments. We also include guides on other topics like long-term care and strategies for helping deal with a recession in retirement, among many others. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, just call or text KIT, K-I-T, to 888-494-5004. That's 888-494-5004.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire with Purpose Toolkit today. Just text KIT to 888-494-5004. The team at Howard Bailey Financial will get your Retire with Purpose Toolkit to you right away. So just call or text KIT to 888-494-5004.
Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. This is prepared for informational purposes only. It does not address specific investment objectives or the financial situation. Firm does not provide tax services.
Looking for the best deal on TRT? Don't pay hundreds of dollars out of pocket for a franchise or settle for a one-size-fits-all dose from your doctor just because they take your insurance. At Synergen X at Low T Center, you can get powerful TRT dosed for your body and get it covered by insurance. Synergen X at Low T Center work with most insurance plans and customize each dose of TRT for maximum effectiveness and safety. It's TRT that actually works with your body. In February, they're offering free testosterone tests. Go to SynergenX or lowtcenter.com and book today.
At Low T Center, they're extending their New Year's promotion to give you the start you need for February. Book a free testosterone test. Right now, it's free. Synergen X and Low T Center. lowtcenter.com or synergenx.com. Same thing, and book that free TRT appointment. Book right now. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Hammer and Nigel show back at it Tuesday afternoon. We'll recap a long weekend, the biggest stories in Indy, and maybe a little caller roulette.
Coming up in 2 minutes on this Tuesday morning, a domestic violence call in Beech Grove ends in tragedy. That story and more after Fox News from the Dugan Air Heating and Cooling Mitsubishi Electric Studios, 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
This is a Fox News alert. A leader in the civil rights movement has died. I'm Dave Anthony. The Reverend Jesse Jackson.
That is the unfinished business that I'm about, fighting for equal opportunity for all Americans and peace in the world.
His family put out a statement that Jackson died peacefully this morning, surrounded by family, calling him a tireless change agent who elevated the voices of the voiceless.
Once a protege of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the Reverend Jesse Jackson became one of the country's leading civil rights leaders in his own right, establishing the Rainbow Push Coalition based in Chicago. He ran for the Democratic presidential nomination in both 1984 and 1988. In 88, he finished second to nominee Michael Dukakis. The Reverend Jesse Jackson was 84.
That's Fox's Kevin Uretsky. Iran State TV is now reporting another round of talks with the U.S. through a mediator in Geneva have just finished.
I would say they're bad negotiators because we could have had a deal instead of sending the B-2s in to knock out their nuclear potential.
And President Trump's threatened the U.S. could attack again like last year if Iran doesn't make a nuclear deal. Iran's supreme leader warns today they could slap the U.S. down, adding the president cannot depose the Islamic Republic. 3 people are in critical condition in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, after a shooting at a high school hockey game. 2 others were killed. Fox's Todd Pyra reports an ATF source says it was a man who targeted his wife and kids and then killed himself.
Police have identified the shooter as 56-year-old Robert Borgen, but say he may have identified as transgender, going by the name Roberta Esposito, an unnamed woman who claims to be the shooter's daughter, telling reporters that he had mental health issues.
A police officer shot dead in the Indianapolis area. Another was wounded. The suspected gunman found hours later late last night when Indiana State Police Sergeant John Perrine says a good Samaritan helped.
They pointed us in the direction of where they believed the suspect was hiding, and IMPD SWAT was able to move in within minutes of that tip.
America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
He was killed carrying out his duty. You have a clear radar in downtown Indianapolis this morning where it's 38 degrees. We're going up to 57. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. Law enforcement leaders across the state this morning are reacting to a shooting that killed a Beech Grove officer and injured another. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
End of watch, February 16th, 2026 for Beech Grove officer Brian Elliott.
This is a kid that we're told he's a hometown kid. Grew up in Beech Grove, came back to Beech Grove to stand the line on behalf of his fellow neighbors. He has carried out the ultimate sacrifice, and he has fulfilled what God, who called him to this line of work, asked of him to do.
Indy FOP President Rick Snyder says in the U.S., an officer is shot about every 25 hours. Indiana Governor Mike Braun said he would be praying for the Elliott family. Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett called Officer Elliott a hero taken from us too soon. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
State Police Sergeant John Perrine, speaking at a news conference last night, explained how the officers caught the man they say killed Elliott.
An alert community member flagged down a police officer and said, hey, something's not right. And they were correct. They pointed us in the direction of where they believed the suspect was hiding, and IMPD SWAT was able to move in within minutes of that tip.
And that man, Kenneth Johnson, according to court records, has a long history of violence and drug use and domestic battery, which is what brought Beech Grove cops into contact with him last night in the first place. The Kitchen on Main in Fortville donated 20% of Monday's sales to Haley Busby's family. Busby, the teenage girl from Fishers, went missing in January. Her remains were found in Ohio earlier this month. She worked at the restaurant for 16 months. It was her first job, and now her family is pushing political leaders across the state to add safeguards to young people and pass Haley's Law. Tyler Thomas, who police believe may be connected to her death, is facing federal charges but has not been charged with her killing. Indiana Congresswoman Erin Houchins supports the SAFE Act, the Save America Act, rather, a bill that would require people to show proof of U.S. citizenship when registering and voting in federal elections.
Voting is a sacred right, and protecting election integrity protects every lawful vote. The vast majority of Americans support voter ID, and this legislation will restore trust and confidence in our system.
And Republican state senators at the State House pushing for a proposal to cut Indiana's early voting period from 28 days to 16 days. College basketball, big game in West Lafayette tonight. Purdue, ranked 7th in the country, faces number 1 ranked Michigan. Head coach Matt Painter says Michigan is going to bring the heat.
So it's not like they just, have their starting 5 and that's it. They'll finish games with different guys that come off the bench. And that's what great teams have, right? They have more than 5 starters.
Tonight's game at Mackey Arena tips off at 6:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. What are you watching, Matt Bear?
Right now, Ryan, on the northeast side at inbound 69, delayed 12 minutes from 116th Street to 465. Southbound 31 in Carmel, stop and go 116th Street to 106th. On the east side, northbound 465, now slow after 70 up to East 56. South side, northbound 65, 9-minute delay from Keystone Avenue into the south split. A crash reported on northbound 69. This is the south side, northbound 69 approaching Southport Road. We have a slowdown to Stop 11 Road. Traffic sponsored by IHOP. IHOP's value menu is here. Enjoy breakfast favorites like pancakes, eggs and bacon, French toast with sausage, or a cheesy omelet with pancakes, all for just $6. Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP value menu. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
I think we need to try the $6 IHOP value menu.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
I'm just saying.
Happy plates.
I'm just saying that IHOP needs to be sponsoring, and Matt Bear will do traffic from the IHOP.
Oh, any one of them. I mean, it could be overseas.
Right. Oh, there's an overseas IHOP?
Yeah.
That should happen immediately.
I'll learn the vernacular.
Right? So if there is a Tehran IHOP.
It was my first choice, Tehran. Yeah.
Right.
Can't wait.
You
always got my back, don't you, man?
Try my best. Try my best. I would never sell you out.
No.
Speaking of selling people out, Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist.
What?
Well, if you missed us in the last hour, you will know that Tara Hastings celebrated the birthday of her daughter, who was sick, by eating all her cake and then sending her a piece of it.
We didn't eat all of it. We had a piece, and we gave her the cake.
No, it's not. You're just fibbing.
Technically, I don't know how much cake she got, but she did get cake.
Right. We're unaware if she received any cake at all.
No, she got the cake.
No, you say she got the cake, but we have no proof that the cake was received. You know what? Forget it. Talk to me about the weather.
A little bit of patchy fog over in eastern sections of Indiana this morning. We'll look for the cloud cover to increase. We'll get up to 58. Mild tonight, only down to 52. Record readings on Wednesday. Highs close to 70. It's going to be cloudy and breezy. A few spotty scattered showers. And then on Thursday, still incredibly warm, 67. Showers and thunderstorms. Some of those thunderstorms could be on the stronger side.
Do you have any thoughts as to what the weather is going to be on February 28th, the night of the Red Tie Gala? Which, if you don't wear a red tie, as long as you look good, you're fine, by the way. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. It's going to be incredible. Tara Hastings is going to do it up. Tara Hastings is going to be there in a gown and cake for everybody except her own kin.
Right.
Right. Do we have any idea what the weather's going to be like?
Nope.
Good work. Good work.
It's going to be weathering.
I appreciate it. It's going to be weathering, is it? Okay. There it is. Tara
Could be
Hastings.
warm, could be cold.
Oh, well, you went with both extremes, did you? Could be warm, could be cold. Guess, Katz. You got a 50-50 shot.
Exactly. I will, of course, be on it.
Yes.
Just not today.
I look forward to that. I look forward to that. I look forward to you delivering the weather news like you deliver cake to your own child.
Right.
There it is. Tara Hastings, you are adored. Wish TV meteorologist Tara, thank you as always. Right now, we've got ourselves 39 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:09. We are following the story of the shooting death of Officer Brian Elliott in Beech Grove. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. The news, of course, from last night that there was a call to a home for a domestic disturbance. When they arrived, Officer Elliott and another officer shot. Brian Elliott joined the Beech Grove Police Force in September of 2024. Spent 4 years before that, 2 years with Beech Grove, spent 4 years before that with the Marion County Sheriff's Office. Criminal justice degree from IUPUI. Absolutely horrifying story. The suspect was found 4 hours later in the laundry room of an apartment complex near the site. SWAT was called in to capture the suspect. We will learn more today at WIBC.com about charges and everything else. This has become a national story. It's an absolutely horrifying story. I'm sorry that there is no good word that there can possibly be brought here. There's no right thing to say, so all we can do here is say whatever is needed, anything we can do. There is a real anti-police sentiment out there, and we have to accept the fact that we're not doing ourselves any favors by promoting it. Not at all. Not at all. All our thoughts with the family, with Beech Grove Police, and anything we can do, we will do. We're happy to do it. We're happy to help. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Chuck Lofton, here to talk to you about my friends at Exercise Inc. Exercise Inc. is the 20-minute, once-a-week workout program that will change your life. My wife Mary and I have been clients for 6 years. The program has worked well with my busy schedule. I was getting cardio, but I started the program because I understood the importance of strength training to overall health. It's helped me with managing my blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar. The biggest help? My sluggish feeling was replaced with much-needed energy. It's designed to help clients get stronger in a shorter period of time. The studios are private, just you and your coach working to reach your goals. Exercise Inc. has 5 locations: Avon, Brownsburg, Greenwood, Zionsville, and now Fishers. So take it from me, Chuck Lofton. Improve the forecast for your health. Go to exerciseinc.com today to request a free consultation.
We had downsized. In that downsizing, my husband lost his man cave.
Everyone is talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Deb.
My husband and I were at the home show and saw all these vendors with garage floor coatings. The one that stayed with us was Galaxy.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings is 4 times stronger than epoxy.
I'm the only one home. And so it's nice when well-dressed, clean-cut, respectful crew show up. That's what Galaxy sent.
Commercial or residential, Galaxy transforms pools, patios, garage floors, and driveways in as little as 1 day. And it comes with a lifetime warranty.
Warranties are real important for us, and to know that should there be an issue, Galaxy was standing behind it. That's pretty much what tipped us over to go with Galaxy.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook.
We are so proud to open our garage door.
We're out of this world. Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577.
Service today?
Today.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Baer in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's happening?
Yeah, Tony, check it out. Inbound 69 slow, 116th Street to 465, a 6-minute delay. Northwest side, northbound 465, stop and go traffic from 86th Street up to 865. Inbound 70, pockets of slow, Shadeland Avenue again, Emerson. Southbound 65 slow from MLK to 21st. And on the south side, northbound 65, that's a 9-minute delay from South Keystone Avenue up to the south split. Traffic sponsored by Dairy Queen. The new spicy menu at DQ has opposites attracting. Spicy flamethrower chicken strips now served with a dip of sweet DQ soft serve. Sounds wrong, but tastes so right. The new spicy menu at DQ at participating locations. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 39 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Party people, what's going on? It's Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel Show. For my friends at We Grow Hair Indie, WeGrowHairIndie.com. Darren Andrews and his amazing team, they told me flat out, we can fix that big bald spot on the back of your dome. So if you're anything like me and you want to look better, contact We Grow Hair Indie, WeGrowHairIndie.com, or call 317-522-2995.
This hour is powered by Dugan Air Heating and Cooling, your American Standard Air dealer.
The Department of Justice is doing an investigation into ICE. Because as the story goes, there were 2 ICE agents who allegedly made, quote, untruthful statements, unquote, regarding a shooting. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. Yeah, investigate that. Absolutely investigate that. One thing has nothing to do with another. if you're lying about a shooting, you're going to have to deal with the consequences. That's true of ICE. That's true of anybody. Whenever you're lying, you're going to have to deal with the consequences. This is why we want investigations into all these things. This is not new. This is not shocking. This is everything we've always said. This is very different than, well, I guess we don't need ICE. Oh, ICE has to be abolished. No, don't be silly. And it is so wrong if the administration even thinks about doing less. No. Keep removing people who are in the country illegally. This is what America voted for. Change of tactic, knock yourself out. I don't mind. As long as the work keeps getting done, that's all I ask. That's all I care about. People screaming, little kids yelling in front of their schools doesn't mean anything to me. And if they're insulted, what does that matter? I'm not mad at you. The point is you are kids. That's the point. Now, your parents, the adults who let you, and I am very, very serious, we need to engage with these schools, and some people need to get fired. They need to be fired, and they need to be fired today. What we have allowed to take place in the schools is gross. It's sick. It's twisted. No, Tony, this is about free speech. What, you don't believe in free speech? No. This isn't about free speech. This is about using children as pawns. This is Florida, where the Florida Teachers Union, according to Corey DeAngelis, they say children protesting immigration enforcement is required. And this was a bunch of teachers there talking about this. Finger on the dumb button, producer Carl, just in case. I think I've got it right, but listen.
Florida students are confronted with videos of ICE raids, of families being torn apart, and of Americans being murdered for using their constitutional rights. They respond. They organize. They speak out. And they do what American students have always done in moments of injustice. They stand together and demand safety for their peers, their families, and themselves. And that response, while framed by some politicians as radical, is rather reasonable.
No, it's not rather reasonable when you're out there with signs that say blank ICE and people are getting attacked. And it's not reasonable when you do it in school hours. And it's not reasonable when administrators and teachers and others support it. No, we should fire all those people. I didn't say you couldn't do something after school or on a weekend. I'm not here to say no to that. The violent stuff, oh, yeah, you're going to get arrested for that. Don't tell me you're just a kid. Well, you're still going to get arrested for attacking somebody in the streets. This is nonsense pablum from public school teachers who are not in charge of these parts of our kids, and they need to be told rather aggressively. Your feelings don't matter to me in the slightest. When it comes to whether or not my kid is allowed to leave school, because if my kid's allowed to leave school, I don't want to have to sign him out. Let him go. What is the point? If you don't keep them in school, if you don't think there should be laws to keep them in school, if you think that this stuff is valuable and important, there is something to protest every day. When do they learn math? What's the point of proficiency? What's the point of testing? And why do teachers need to get paid more if they're not going to have to teach? Because none of what they're teaching matters. Somehow this is what matters. Me, I'm supporting the value of teachers, but not the teachers. They want to get paid for some other reason, like they deserve it. I think if you're okay with these kinds of things, you don't deserve it at all. You're not special. Stop thinking you're special. It's nonsense. You don't understand how ridiculous you are? Break the unions in two. Break them. And people who support their kids engaging in these activities, I think, are bad teachers, bad administrators, and bad parents. You want to have a conversation, you want to go out there and engage, do so. I'm not telling you no. I never said no. You just don't do it during school hours. Because if you could do it during school hours, then who is anybody to say what is and isn't acceptable? Any protest is good. I want kids to go out next Tuesday and with signs that say "Save the Whales." Honestly, it's the movie PCU come to life. Start carrying signs that say "Free Nelson Mandela." I know, they freed him already. What does it matter? This is what they're telling you, that this is good. So go do it for anything. And I dare the administrators to stop them. I dare the administrators from Noblesville or from Carmel or anywhere else where they allowed this stuff and cheered this stuff. I dare you to stop the students every day. Why show up? You don't have to take finals. You're out there protesting. You were protesting, you get an A. Or does it matter what you were protesting? Oh, now let's see where the teachers are at. Go on. Let's see what really matters to you. Protesting or protesting the right things? I seem to be the only person who is in favor of teachers being treated as professionals. In order to do that, teachers need to know that I don't care about your politics at all. You're not paid for your politics. You're paid for a proficiency in being able to teach math or English. Do that. Have your politics outside of the classroom. But now if you want to be opposed to a kid being out of school for 100 days because they're protesting, because you don't like what they're protesting, no. You give that kid an A, because grades don't matter. You're the ones who have decided this. All I'm doing is taking your thoughts and putting it out there and saying, well, why don't we follow it all the way down the road? Seriously, got to fire some people. Got to fire some administrators, got to fire some superintendents, got to fire some teachers. Because they don't seem to be interested in education. I am, not them. Matt Bear's got traffic on the 5s. Matthew, what's going on?
All right, Tony, south side, northbound 65, stop and go from South Keystone Avenue into the south split. A 6-minute delay. On the northeast side, inbound 69, the delay is broken up a little bit. Still slow in pockets from 116th Street to 82nd. Southbound 31, slow from Carmel, 116th Street to 106. Eastbound 465 slows down after Michigan Road over to Meridian 31. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Indy Decorative Concrete, the patio experts. Big enough to service, small enough to care. I'm Matt Bear with
Hammer
traffic
and
on
Nigel
the
show. Back at it Tuesday afternoon. We'll recap a long weekend, the biggest stories in Indy, and maybe a little caller roulette.
When you have a fire emergency, you need a restoration company you can trust to put everything back together. Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. I know. I've relied on Michaelis after a fire at my home. I'm here with the owner, Richard Michaelis. Richard, what makes Michaelis the right call if you have a fire?
Michaelis is local and family owned. We are your neighbors, 39 years of experience, and we'll respond 24/7, 365. The Michaelis Corporation is IICRC certified. We will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I've lived it. Michaelis was on the scene at my home before the firefighters had even rolled up their hoses. They asked me about calling a restoration company. I told them I had Michaelis. They told me Michaelis was the real deal. You help with insurance, too?
Yes, we'll work through the insurance process to give you peace of mind.
Water, storm, fire, and mold. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
Hey, what's up? It's Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel show. And if clutter is taking over your home or your business, it's time to call Rubbish Works. They handle residential and commercial cleanouts, garages, basements, offices, even construction debris. Furniture, appliances, junk, you name it. You just point, and they do the heavy lifting. Use the promo code HAMMER to get $25 off. Book right now at rubbishworks.com, 317-207-2749. Tell them Hammer sent you.
The Reverend Jesse Jackson has died. The civil rights leader was 84.
93 WIBC.
Gunshots during a domestic violence call.
What happens next?
2 officers hit.
Happens here.
1 has died from his injuries.
Shots also fired at a high school hockey game.
Stay in the know.
The gunman shot his wife and 2 kids.
While you're on the go.
Trump threatens another attack if Iran doesn't scale back its nuclear program.
Political leaders shorten the window for early voting.
On air, online, and on Alexa.
Start your engine! That's the American spirit at 200 miles per hour. A spectacle of freedom, innovation, and passion. the passion of nearly 500,000 race fans. An American tradition in its 110th edition. The Indianapolis 500, presented by Gamebridge.
Get tickets now at IMS.com.
United, we race.
February is when excuses disappear and effort has to show up every night.
It's been a rough couple weeks for us, but this group will keep fighting, keep learning, and get back on track.
The Big Ten is stacked, and postseason hopes are at stake.
Confidence is one of those things, like you drop a couple, and then you got to figure out a way to put it away fast. There's another one coming right in front of you.
IU meets Purdue, Friday at 8 on the home of the Hoosiers, 93 WIBC.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Are you worried about your taxes? Okay, so I'm talking to those of you out there that have not filed in a few years with the IRS or state. It's time to get worried, and here's why. The IRS is getting back from their own COVID lockdown, and they're hiring more enforcers, and they're going to come after people that owe taxes. So if you're a 1099 worker, and maybe you just plain forgot to file your taxes, you need to call the professionals right now at the Tax Helpline. They are experts at knowing the tax regulations, and their goal is to help you pay as little as possible. Call right now and get a 100% free tax evaluation. Remember, before the IRS knocks on your door, knock on our door. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, make this free call right now.
Call Texas 321 now at 800-808-9443. 800-808-9443. That's 800-808-9443.
Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Indy Decorative Concrete, the patio experts. Big enough to service, small enough to care.
It's an all-new date, but it's the same great bourbon. Saturday, February 28th, join me for Trump 1 year and 1 month later at the Hyatt Regency in downtown Indianapolis. The snow caused us to postpone, but it couldn't stop us. February 28th, downtown Indianapolis, the Hyatt Regency, Trump 1 year and 1 month later. The bourbon, the food, the live music, the red tie, and you. I'll have the full breakdown of how we win the midterms and more. Get your tickets. Go to WIBC.com. Trump 1 year and 1 month later at WIBC.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
He was killed trying to protect you. You have a clear radar over downtown Indianapolis, and we're up to 39 degrees. Today's high 57. I'm Ryan Hedrick on a Tuesday morning. Here's what's trending at 8:31.
I swore Officer Elliott in on September 4, 2024. He's one of us, a graduate of Beech Grove High School and a devoted public servant. Officer Elliott represents the best of Beech Grove, and tonight he made the ultimate sacrifice.
Beech Grove Mayor James Kaufman speaking outside Eskenazi Hospital last night, where Officer Brian Elliott died from injuries he suffered responding to a domestic disturbance call.
We do have the person that we believe to be responsible for the police action shooting tonight for the line of duty death of Officer Elliott. Kenneth Johnson is in police custody.
State Police Sergeant John Perrine says Johnson was found in a laundry room not far from where the shooting took place in an apartment. He also says the second officer, who has not been identified, is expected to survive. Carl Boards II, who was charged with killing Elmwood police officer Noah Chanovez, is expected in court today. A judge ruled last year that he is competent to stand trial despite his lawyers claiming that he has an intellectual disability. Civil rights leader Reverend Jesse Jackson has died at the age of 84. He worked with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and became a national voice for equality and founded the Rainbow Push Coalition. Here's Jackson at the 1984 Democratic National Convention speaking out against President Ronald Reagan's economic policies.
Under Mr. Reagan, the cumulative budget deficit for his 4 years is more than the sum total of deficits from George Washington to Jimmy Carter combined.
In 2000, former President Bill Clinton awarded Jackson the Medal of Freedom for his contributions to the civil rights movement. Weeks of searching across the desert in southwest Arizona still haven't uncovered what happened to Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old mother of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie, who was reported missing from her home on February 1st. Investigators say they're now treating this case as a possible abduction, and the FBI is offering a $100,000 reward as they work to find her. Let the good times roll.
Today marks Mardi Gras, French for Fat Tuesday, the Catholic cultural celebration and party allowance before the start of Lent, which for Catholics begins tomorrow with Ash Wednesday. While famous in the U.S. for the big party in New Orleans involving parades, beads, king cake, and revelry, often falling into the not safe for work category, it's actually something observed by many Gulf Coast communities and is the culmination of Carnival season. New Orleans today will see 5 different parades, including those sponsored by and marched by the famous crews of Zulu and Rex.
That's Fox's Eben Brown reporting. At 8:34, it's time for sports on WIBC. The 7th-ranked Purdue Boilermakers face their toughest test of the season tonight when they hook up with top-ranked Michigan. Purdue head coach Matt Painter says Michigan brings speed and athleticism that will challenge his team.
They have the ability to break you down off the dribble from a lot of different people. Their skill level, great rebounding team, best defensive team in the country, then just a lot of different ways to get you from an offensive standpoint.
Since the 2008 Big Ten Championship in New York City, Michigan has won 8 of the last 13 games. Tonight's game tips off at 6:30 from West Lafayette Mackey Arena. The IU men's basketball team will play Purdue on Friday, coming off a 71-51 loss to Illinois. Indiana sits 10th in the Big Ten with an 8-7 conference record. Friday's game tips off at 8, and the Indiana Pacers get back to work in the unofficial start of the second half of the NBA season. Thursday night in Washington, D.C., playing the Wizards. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Fishers crashed southbound 69 after 116th Street. I'm also told there's a spilled load here. 2 right lanes are blocked and traffic is stop and go back to 116th Street. South side, northbound 65, a 5-minute delay after Keystone Pass to Raymond Street. Southbound 31 slows from 116 to 106. North side, eastbound 465, stop and go from Michigan Road to Meridian Street, and that's a delay of 3 minutes. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Indy Decorative Concrete, the patio experts, big enough to service, small enough to care. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
39 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:36. It's time to fill up on the news, presented by Simple Quarters. Need to sell your home without the hassle? Sell your home to people you can trust. Call Simple Quarters, 317-900-HOME, 317-900-HOME. Got Dow futures down 75, NASDAQ futures down 195. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. Those are some down numbers right there. Oil prices right now, $63.42 a barrel on the West Texas crude. Brent crude back up a little to $68.36 a barrel. The 10-year Treasury down a little. 4.027. We're talking just about a week and a half ago, we were in the 4.3s. Right now, gold is at $4,913 an ounce. Silver down to $73.99 an ounce. Bitcoin at $67,775. Only been paying attention to it now because of the massive drop that we've seen there, and it has been quite incredible. The fall from the 120s down to the 60s, then it was up to the 80s, now back. There is a ground beef recall to be aware of, a Class 1 recall, a reasonable probability that the use of the product will cause serious adverse health consequences or death. Now, these were sold in California, Idaho, and Oregon. The Fire River Farms is, I believe, the group, or that's the brand that is there. And now it also had a use or freeze by date of February 4th, 2026. And yes, you can freeze it and then use it later. So maybe you've got relatives, maybe you got somebody else. Anytime there's a recall, I like to share. Then I don't know how this happened. Who let Rosie O'Donnell back in the country? I thought she went to Ireland, producer Carl. I thought she was in Ireland and she was happy and she was like, this is where freedom reigns. This place that recognizes Palestine and says dead Jews are good, and also abortions for everyone. Ireland has completely fell apart. And she went there to be free, producer Carl. Isn't that what happened?
They all come back, Tony.
They all come back?
Yeah, Ellen came back too.
Once you go to America, you never go back?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was an urban myth. I guess I was wrong. A New York Post reporting that Rosie O'Donnell quietly returned to the United States. Oh, no, she didn't move back. She just came back to visit the family. But she said, I was recently home for 2 weeks. So this is home. So you're just playing vacation. Now, this is the quote. I just went to see my family. I wanted to see how hard it would be for me to get in and out of the country. I wanted to feel what it felt like. I wanted to hold my children again, and I hadn't been home in over a year. Man, that's just weird. That's just weird. I had to leave because of President Trump, but I miss holding my children. You know what? Maybe I've got nothing else to say about her play acting. Maybe we're done there. And on a day that has just been weird and some terrible stories and a bit of remembrance, here's a remembrance. Rush Limbaugh passed away 5 years ago today, February 17, 2021. People forget that it's a song from the Pretenders. It's been 5 years. Remember, we were on air when it happened, when the word came out. Man, that's a long time. Something else. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
The Reverend Jesse Jackson has died. The civil rights leader was 84.
93 WIBC.
Gunshots during a domestic violence call.
What happens next?
2 officers hit.
Happens here.
1 has died from his injuries.
Shots also fired at a high school hockey game.
Stay in the know.
The gunman shot his wife and 2 kids.
While you're on the go.
Trump threatens another attack if Iran doesn't scale back its nuclear program.
Political leaders shorten the window for early voting.
On air, online, and on Alexa.
Mortgage rates have dropped. They're expected to move lower. Home sales momentum, that's building as we move into spring. So now's the time to get your home ready to maximize your sale price. It's time to call Mark Dietel, the proven expert to sell your home. Maybe what you want to do is sell now, right now. Well, Mark can give you a fast cash offer. Mark Dietel is the only real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. All you do is pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel anytime you choose. Angie in Fairland said, I was handling my mother's estate and needed to sell the home I grew up in. It was emotional for me, but the Dietel team handled the listing and repairs, secured a buyer, and sold the home after just 9 days on the market, stress-free. Mark Dietel and his team made a challenging situation simple and successful. You want to speak to the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended. The agent who guarantees your home sold or he'll buy it. So call Mark Dietel right now. 317-755-4232. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-755-4232. Get all the details. Or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
Need TRT? Don't pay hundreds out of pocket or settle for low-dose TRT from your doctor just for insurance. Synergen X and Low T Center take most insurance plans and customize each dose of testosterone.
SynergenX.com or lowtcenter.com to book your free test today.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off and you'll put cash in your pocket. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
The most extraordinary thing a woman can do is let herself be human. We try to do it all, sure, but what if we're just not feeling it? Like when the fatigue hits, but you gotta bring snacks to the soccer game? Or when the laundry's piling up, but that hot flash says, too bad. We get it. Franciscan Health has care for extraordinary women who can do it all, but don't have to. Visit franciscanhealth.org/OBGYN today.
Traffic on the 5 and on the 5s. Matt Bear.
Northbound 65 on the south side, stop and go after South Keystone Avenue into the south split, a 4-minute delay. East side northbound 465 tightens up before Penn Pike up to East 56th Street. North split westbound 70 slowing through the split onto northbound 65 out to Meridian Street. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Indy Decorative Concrete, the patio experts. Big enough to service, small enough to care. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
39 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:46.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. Service today.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus free home delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Don't miss the Dancing Worlds Tour, the greatest hits from John Mellencamp, July 18th at Ruoff Music Center. A night packed with the songs you love and the stories behind them. Ticket info on WIBC.com. Get yours before they're gone.
What? It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Tony Katz. 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Here's how we play our game. Producer Carl has picked the television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. The chat room is allowed to help watching the live stream on the YouTubes there. Just subscribe to WIBC and you can see that as well. I can phone a friend. Or I'm allowed to accept. I think I'm allowed to accept text messages. I've never really asked. I just do it sometimes. I am vexed right here. What this is? Let me start. Maybe he'll get it right this time. I'll phone a friend. Matt Bear. What is this television theme song?
Tony, that's Murphy Brown.
Good. I think the chat room is on to something, and I'll say it just because I don't have any other options or thoughts. Is this the theme to Lonesome Dove? Wow. I thought we were doing a whole Robert Duvall thing. The great Robert Duvall passed away yesterday. We got announced yesterday at the age of 95. There is only one Tom Hagen, ladies and gentlemen. That's all there is to it. Robert Duvall was spectacular to watch. Producer Carl, what is this theme song?
All My Children.
What?
All My Children, Susan Lucci. The soap opera on ABC.
This is... Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I thought you were a fan of soaps.
What gave you that idea?
I think you know As the World Turns.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. I didn't know All My Children. Which is different, I didn't know the song All My Children. In Matt Bear's case, it's true, he does not know all his children.
You weren't supposed to bring it up, but okay.
A very interesting story. It was a post I saw from on X, and I want to go over it. I want to make sure this is right. This is about office sales in Chicago, the actual buildings. We're all somewhat familiar with Chicago. So there is a building on Wacker Drive, which I always thought was a hilarious name for a street, by the way. In 2011, that building went for $90 million. It's now $23.8 million. There's another one that in 2014 went for $302 million. It's now $45 million. And then there is a building on Adams Street. It's right next door to Willis Tower, which used to be called Sears Tower, block from the river. In 2012, it went for $51 million. And now it's going for $4 million. And I don't know who's coming back to offices, and I don't know who wants to be in downtown Chicago. I guess the question is, there comes a moment where there's a deal, right? There comes a moment where there's a deal, no? I think there comes a moment where there's a deal. Speaking of deals, the Ursay collection is up for sale. The Ursay collection is at Christie's right now, March 3rd through March 17th. I want to understand the family and why they're selling the collection. I would have loved to have seen this as a museum right here in Indy. It's the only place it should have been. We need more of these things. They've got their reasons, and I would love to understand it a little bit better. Is the reason that this is not where they see their focus? They have their remembrances, and that's enough? Is there something else at play? I wish I knew. For a collection this massive, the amount of memorabilia, the things from the Beatles, like they've got, the collection has Ringo's original drum kit, like the iconic with the name the Beatles there on the bass drum head. Spectacular. Well, one of the things they have that I don't know how I'm not going to bid. I'm very serious. I explained this to my wife last night. She's like, "You're nuts," but sure. The collection Jim Irsay has Hunter S. Thompson's 1973 Chevy Caprice. The Red Shark. The Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas car. He owned it. It's there. The estimate is $100,000 to $150,000. And I'm telling you right now that I'd say the odds are 10%. I don't know how I'm not going to try. Tell me I'm crazy. I'll catch you at noon. Matt Bear has traffic.
South side, northbound 65, delayed 5 minutes after South Keystone Avenue into the south split because of road construction. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at B Window, receive up to 40% off all products, plus get any entry door for $187. Call or visit bwindow.com today because at B Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, what's going on? It's Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel show. And I'm not going to lie to you. I needed help. I got a bald spot in the back of my head, and it's embarrassing. I see it when I'm on television. I see it when I'm on the YouTube channel. So I decided to reach out for help. And my friends at We Grow Hair Indy decided to help me out here. These guys are the absolute best. I was a little leery about it. I could not have a procedure that, 1, hurt, or 2, left me looking like I'd been scalped. But after I talked with Darren and the entire team at We Grow Hair Indy, they told me their state-of-the-art technology, the progress made in hair growth, it's going to be okay. If I can do this, you guys can do this. Contact the team at We Grow Hair Indy, 317-522-2995. That's 522-2995. Get that free evaluation. It's free. You can also go online